What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Observant Lineman. And man, it seems like the hits just keep on coming. It's clear to me that the NFL is not playing with this performance-enhancing drugs thing, because there have been multiple suspensions so far before the season has even started for players who have been caught using performance-enhancing drugs. And now we are looking at a situation where New York Jets linebacker Brandon Copeland, coming off his best NFL season, is suspended for 4 games without pay for violating the NFL's policy on performance-enhancing drugs. So this literally just broke. So let's look at it. Let's see what's going on here. It says Copeland is allowed to practice and play in the final 2 preseason games. After that, he can't return to the roster until October 7th, the day after the Jets' Week 5 contest against the Philadelphia Eagles. So 4 game checks. Now, if you look through my videos, I have done a video when we were looking at Antonio Callaway with Cleveland and his 4-game suspension. I talked a little bit about the drug policy and how the NFL's policy program works. And when it gets to the point where you're suspended multiple games, it means you failed multiple times. So this situation where he's now looking at a 4-game suspension means that he was already in the program for having failed for performing enhancing drugs. And while he was getting tested routinely and randomly, it appears that it looks like he failed one of those tests. So, New York Jets linebacker Brandon Copeland suspended 4 games by the NFL for performance-enhancing drugs. Now, let's go through this article a little bit and just kind of analyze. This is ESPN. Says this has been a tough week for the Jets linebacking corps as starter Avery Williamson suffered a season-ending knee injury in the 2nd preseason game. So not helping out your crew by being the 2nd man down. But Copeland, who's 28, playing with his 4th team, emerged as a regular on defense last season for the Jets. He finished with a career-high 5 sacks, didn't attract a lot of interest in free agency, and wound up re-signing with the Jets for a 1-year, $1.75 million contract, including a $250,000 signing bonus. Okay, so I guess there's a little bit more. If you look at this story and you're looking at this article, there's a little bit more that kind of rounds it out with this information here. So this guy was basically in a position this season to have a breakout year. He's been a journeyman. He's been with 4 teams, but he latched on with the Jets. He performed well for them. They gave him another 1-year deal. So while maybe he wasn't considered a core player for the Jets before signing, it was an opportunity for him to prove that he could build on top of what he has done with the team in the previous season. And now that's going to be cut short a little bit. And, you know, honestly, he may be in danger of being released by the team. I mean, his contract is only $1.75 million with a $250,000 signing bonus. I mean, my contract was more than that when I was a rookie, when I got drafted as a rookie. It says here that the new coaching staff changed his position, making him an off-ball linebacker in certain packages. His playing time has been inconsistent in the preseason, leading to speculation about his roster status. As I just said, Copeland was used in the 4th quarter last week against the Falcons, fueling talk about him being on the bubble. But in 2 practices this week, we spotted him in certain first-team packages. The Jets, perhaps anticipating the suspension, signed linebacker Stephon Anthony on Tuesday night. Anthony, a 2015 first-round pick of the New Orleans Saints, played the past 2 seasons under coach Adam Gase on the Miami Dolphins. So, yeah, pretty much plays out how I kind of figured it would. Looking at his contract, he was a guy that the team was trying to figure out where he plays or where he's going to find his spot on the roster. He had a decent year last year, and this was an opportunity for him to solidify himself and possibly look for a larger contract moving forward. But he's going to put a hamper on that with the 4-game suspension for PEDs. he has definitely jeopardized his position with the New York Jets right now, based on the situation at hand. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to The Observant Lineman, Uche Waneri, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.